Hi, today I'm going to talk about something a little more interesting and kind of maybe even a little bit challenging for even some astrologers to even consider. But a couple of years ago, I was speaking with a dear friend of mine, Aaron Sullivan, who unfortunately passed away in December of 2023. And we were talking about the outer planets. And when you look at how our solar system is set up, where we are on Earth, we consider the Sun, the Moon, Venus, Mercury, and Mars the personal planets in astrology. These are the planets that are really close to us. They move around so quickly, they affect our daily lives pretty profoundly. Then you move into Jupiter and Saturn. Saturn, the classical planet that was is the last planet you're actually able to fairly well see with our naked eye. Every once in a while, Uranus gets ever so closely, we can kind of see a faint hint of it, but we really can't see it very well. But basically, Saturn was the outer limit, and when we consider the rings around Saturn with the ring past naught, that is kind of like that limit of the ability for humans to kind of consider. And so when we started looking at these outer planets like Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, and the other asteroids that are out there, the truth is, when it comes to the planet Uranus, it represents the sky god Uranus. And when we consider what a sky god is, it is really not a place, but actually a realm. It's an area through which we traverse. It isn't really necessarily a point in that kind of way. And so it really got me to thinking about these outer planets and each of them being realms, because as I spoke yesterday about the Pluto transits and how they affect us so greatly, it's really actually also completely true with these other outer planets. We step into a place of relationship with something that is far greater, more transcendental, and larger than our human selves. And when you even consider it, when you talk to individuals who have gone out in space, even William Shatner, when he was 90 years old, and was able to say, wow, what a profound difference it is from being an actor on Star Trek versus actually seeing the Earth and seeing the wholeness and seeing just how much nothingness is around the Earth and how much darkness there is out in space, like how special and precious life is here on Earth, and for us to look at this in a very different way. But when we come to these outer planets, we're really stepping into this place where it is not about our personal selves anymore. It is about larger ideas, larger concepts, universal ideas, so to speak. And so when we have transits of Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto to our personal planets or to our cross of incarnation, our angles, then we are having to make a new relationship with something greater than and other than ourselves. And in that space, there is something usually that is being asked to be given up. It might be our innocence, it might be our attachments, it might be our viewpoints on things, but there's something that really has to shift in order for us to step into this larger place. For those of us in our natural natal birth charts, those of us who have planets that are in relationship, our personal planets are in relationship with these outer planets, we kind of get an idea somewhat as we're living our lives. But again, it's also something that I believe that really begins to make a lot more sense when we get older, say in our 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, because it takes a while to understand how these areas or these realms work. So when we think about it, like Uranus, the god of shock, change, and evolution, we are speaking of something that is going to be awakening us, so to speak. These are usually the accidents that we have in life. I don't know about you, but I've seen many times in people's lives where they're going along doing their thing, and then they get a sickness or they have an accident of some sort, and it's an awakening. It's showing them they really haven't been living the life that they really need to live. And that's where Uranus really kind of comes in and awakens that. Neptune, on the other hand, is this way that the biggest and easiest way to explain it is that people feel like they're walking into a fog and a layer of confusion and things that just really simply do not make any sense in any way, shape, or form. And so there has to be a new way of relationship with that which does not appear clearly. So dream states are really important in this space. Coincidental moments that happen in life, which can also obviously occur with Uranus as well, and especially with Pluto. So, and then I talked about Pluto yesterday as far as those things that happen and the transformation that occurs on a really profound level, and that releasing of the letting go. So I find it just really kind of an interesting spot, and I'd really love to hear from you as far as what your experiences have been in relationship to the outer planets. How do you feel about that being a change in the ways in which you are perceiving the world at large? I find it to be just a very intriguing topic. My name is Michael Bartlett, Master Metaphysical Astrologer, and please check out my other videos on astrology. I really appreciate the opportunity to be able to share my wisdom and understanding, and also hear back from you as far as how it resonates with you and what your experiences are. Because while astrology is a study of the ways in which the planets are in relationship to one another and us, and how people have reacted in certain ways over thousands and thousands of years, we can see that there's also ways in which each of us individually kind of change that in a way. So that's why I really love appreciating hearing from you and getting the feedback and your comments. So please please share with your friends. Please check out my website, coremichael.com, for more information. And thank you so much for tuning in today. Have a great day. Take care.